So for Kafka, we have to know this below topics. So this are we have mainly 4 to 5 topics included in Kafka. So the first comes as topic partition broker and a cluster which we say as a zookeeper. So what is like topic? Topic is nothing but it's kind of similar like a database table. So we have to put all our datas in that topic, and partition is small slots where we can put all our datas. If we go in this diagram, this is like this partition. So a Kafka topic will be having multiple of partitions, so in each partition we can store our data. So this is what about high level of topic and partition. So a broker is nothing but it constitutes one topic and multiple partitions in it. So there can be multiple topics in one single broker, and each topic can have multiple partitions. So now when it comes to, we can have as many as brokers in our throughout our Kafka sessions. So all these brokers are maintained by the zookeeper server. So we have a zookeeper thing which is like it will maintain all the brokers, how the information is sent from one broker, how it is consumed, that is handled by our zookeeper. So this is the overall handling of our Kafka. So Vijay, you can start sharing this and explain the details of the Kafka server and all.
Okay, I am sharing my screen. Able to hear Sonali?
Yes, Vijay.
Okay. So first thing, we should install the Zookeeper. So I went through the site Apache Zookeeper and downloaded the Zookeeper things. So in my system, I am using Zookeeper 3.5 version. So whenever you download, it will come under zip format. So we should extract this one. So after that, yeah, after that, when you go to the Zookeeper conf folder, there is by default this zoo.config is come as zoo underscore sample dot cfg. So we should rename it to zoo.cfg. So once you open this one, there is a data directory option. This one, like data directory. So it by default it will point to your system temp folder with some folder name. So in my system, what I give, we should give our system path. Like wherever I install the Zookeeper, there I give some data folder. This data folder will be won't present by default in your system. So once you run the Zookeeper, it will generate. So this is done. After that, and one more thing is the here you can see the port number where Zookeeper is running and all. So here the client port is 2181 and the admin server port is 8081. So once this is done, we should go to our environment variables and we should set the path of this Zookeeper in this as a system variable. So here I am adding a system variable for Zookeeper. So this is the Zookeeper underscore home is the name and the values wherever your Zookeeper folder got extracted. So once this is done, you should add the path variable as well. If you go to the path, edit. So here I am already added percentage Zookeeper underscore home slash bin. So once this is done, we can run the Zookeeper. Okay, I am going to the Zookeeper folder again. See, D Apache Zookeeper. I am entering this one, and the command to run the Zookeeper is just type ZK server. Okay, let me try once again.
I think you have to go to that CMD while we opened once back, na, same thing.
Something is happening actually, whether maybe some Apache Zookeeper, and here I am going to bin, or sorry, I ran from outside of the bin folder. Here you can see the Zookeeper is started. So once this is done, now I am going to install the Kafka. So the same way Kafka I downloaded from the Apache Kafka site. So if you download, by default it will come as in the zipped version like this. So here I am using 2.11 version, and if you extract it, it will come like this. Once this is done, so if you go here inside the Kafka, there is a server.properties under config folder here. If you go here and open with Notepad++, see here it will show the everything like in which port number this Kafka is running. Here the listener port is 9092 and how many threads it is using, and here it will show the port server listener port of Zookeeper as well. So if you go down,
Line number it is 123.
123, 123.
Yes, 120. 123. It is there.
Yeah,
This one
yes,
only. Yes.
yes, yes. So here previously we saw this 2181 is the listen port of Zookeeper. So here you can change the port number if you want. If your Zookeeper listen port is changing, you can change here also. We can say that this Kafka is internally using Zookeeper. So once this is done, we can start the we can give the logs. Suppose if you want to see the logs of Zookeeper, by default here the directory as the same way we explained in Zookeeper, it will point to some temporary folder. So here I am giving my wherever my Kafka is extracted. So it will generate the logs under Kafka and logs folder. So this is the about Zookeeper and Kafka installation and all. So I can run the Kafka server. Just I am going to the C folder of where it is installed. So I am going to Kafka and running the command. So we have a commands. I will share these commands to you. And to run the Kafka, you can run it from the bin folder as well. So here my Kafka server is starting. It will show the whatever the information there in the server data properties as well. So here my Kafka server is started now. So once this is done, we can create the topic. So as Sonali said, for creating the topic, just I'm going to the path of Kafka bin windows cmd. So and there is a command to create the topic. So here already we are in the bin windows folder, so I am directly copying this one alone. So whatever the topic name I am going to create is like I am giving like today. So my topic is created. So once the topic is created, I need to produce the message, or I need to publish some data to the topic. So to start the producer, again I am going to bin windows. Every time I am opening separate window to identify the things. I am going to cmd, and we have a command to publish the data inside the topic. So for that, Kafka icon console producer.bat. So here, whatever the topic name I previously created, the same topic I am giving now today. So here it is created. Now I want to see the consumer as well. Here I am giving some data as well. So fine, topic for testing. Here I added some data, and after that, to see the consumer, again I am going to Kafka. I am going to Kafka window, Kafka bin Windows, typing cmd. Sonali, able to hear me?
Yes,
Hello?
Vijay. Yes,
Yeah.
Vijay.
Okay. Now to there is a consumer.bat. Already I am running from the inside the bin windows. So here I am my giving my topic name today. So I am going to type again the data inside the producer. Hi. So if you observe here, it is displayed here simultaneously. So this is the producer and consumer now. So the same thing we are going to do by program as well. So here I developed a Spring Boot application by using Kafka and added all the dependencies inside the by using Maven. You see here Jackson and Spring Boot starter web and Jackson, Tomcat, this one, and Kafka jar, Kafka client.jar and everything. So once this is done, so I'm going to the main class. This is my main method class, Spring Boot application, and here is my Pojo class because I wanted to send some customer data to my topic inside the topic, whatever I am going to create. Then here is my controller. In my controller, I used some to publish the data inside the topic. Here the topic I created, I named as my topic, and this is the by default functionality of whenever you add the jar, this Kafka template things all will come. So this is my Pojo class. What type of data I am going to send, I mentioned, because here I am going to send the customer type Java data. So here the name I am going to send dynamically. So this is a get service actually. Whenever you are hitting this one, it will give this message. But at the same time, it will write some data inside this topic. That is my topic. So before that, we should do the some configuration as well. So if you go here, here is my configuration class for Kafka. So here the default parameters like key value pairs. So Kafka server config. So here if you observe, this 9092 is the Kafka wala thing, means listen port of Kafka. This this 127.0.0.1 is the like same as local host. And here the config, like what type of data you are sending to your Kafka. So here I am sending, if you observe here, I am sending the uh, string type data. So I gave the string serializer, and once it is received, it will automatically convert to JSON serializer. So with what type of serializer, anything. This the default configuration things is coming, came from Kafka. So once this is done, I am going to run my application. If you see here, my topic name is, I give my topic. So I am running the same thing again. I am running my Spring Boot application, run as server, run as Java application. Yeah, here my Spring Boot application is started. So now I am going to send the request to my REST controller. So here I am giving some other name, topic name, my topic or something. So I am sending the request. So the message is came, publish the message. If you observe the log of Spring Boot, it will show all the things like it will do timeout things and all things. By default, it will come when you hit the request, and the batch side and everything. So if you are going to verify whether this topic is got received the data or not, so I am going to my consumer. I am running the again, instead of today topic, I am giving my topic name as,
My topics it was.
yeah, my topic. So if you want, I can send you again. Maybe. Something is happening actually. Maybe I am rerunning again. So that is a problem. So I am sending again the data. See here, you can observe the JSON type of data, customer ID and customer name. This one is a dynamic one we gave, and the remaining things are hard coded in the Java class itself. So this is the consumer actually. Yeah, that's it, Sonal.
Yeah. So for this is the overall of Kafka
Yeah,
topics.
yeah,
Yeah.
and yes, correct.
Yeah. Okay, Vijay, we can close this. Then.
Yeah,
Thank you.
can you stop the recording?
Yes.